Eza, Ezu, Eza. Thank you very much. Our father, the paramount chief of the Wulensi traditional area, citizens of the Nanumba South District and the Wulensi constituency, I want to thank you for coming out in your numbers at this time of the night to receive me. I'm most grateful to be here and to thank you for your warm welcome. For those of our colleagues who are here, who belong to the media fraternity, I want to draw your attention to something. This is the hometown of Ahmed Swali, the journalist who was murdered in cold blood and whose killers up till today have escaped justice. And I want to assure the people of this constituency and his family that when I'm elected, would use all the forces available to us by the state to find those who killed him and bring them to justice. And so we have an election coming up. We have seen NDC in government, and we have seen MPP in government for the last 4 years. All we are required to do before we cast our vote is to compare the two and ask ourselves, which of the two made our lives better? And I'm sure that when we ask ourselves that question, there's no doubt in my mind that we will vote for the NDC government to come back into office. My brothers and sisters, human development has various aspects. One is that you earn an income and you're able to look after yourself. The other is that the government does its share and provides you with development, good health care, good roads, schools, electricity, water, markets, and all the things that make life worth living. And so you ask yourself, in these last 4 years, in the Wulensi constituency and the Nanumba South District, can you show anything that the MPP government has done to make your lives better? And yet, if even they just continued the work that NDC was doing when they came into office, at least they would have something to show. Look at the school in Nakwaili. Almost 95% complete. And yet, just invest a little money to complete it so that you can let children go into that school. This government is unable to do so. We were building some projects in the Wulensi Senior High School under the GET Fund. Is that so?
Yeah, it's true.
Wulensi Senior High, under the GET Fund. We were building 3-story buildings in Wulensi Senior High. Where NDC left it, when we left office, is where those story buildings are still standing. And so you just can't understand. We built a bridge at Igambo so that we could open the road. And so we finished the bridge and we were going to do the road when we left office. I went and commissioned the bridge and I asked them to start working on the road before I left office. And that road goes all the way to Zabzugo. Where I left that bridge and that road, that is the way the road is still. And so you just can't understand when MPP come and say, give us 4 more years. 4 more years, you've done nothing in 4 years. What do you want 4 more years to do? You have to do something. You have to do something before you ask for 4 more to do more. But you've done nothing. How can you ask 4 more to do nothing again? Among the 200 secondary schools we were building, we were going to build a second one at Lungni. And I want to assure the people of Lungni that when NDC wins and I become president again, we will build your community day secondary school for you at Lungni. When NDC was in office, if you were a yam farmer, you knew that when you harvest your yam, you will get a good price for your yam. I remember when NDC was in office, somebody would load his yam to the market, and when he's coming back, he'll bring a brand new motorcycle. Today, when you load your yam to the market, sometimes even bicycle, you can't buy bicycle. So it is increasing the poverty of our people. And I want to assure you, as a person who comes from here, I understand the labor it takes to produce 1 tuber of yam. And when you produce 1 tuber of yam, and you have to virtually throw it away and make nothing for your sweat, it can be very frustrating. And so an NDC government will make sure that the market for yam brings a good profit and return to the yam farmer, so that everybody will be happy. Because if the one who eats the yam is happy because the yam is cheap, and the farmer who farms the yam is unhappy because the price is not good, it will affect the supply of yam. And so we must have a fair price for yam. And when NDC comes into office, we will ensure that that happens. My brothers and sisters, please, can you settle down here? Settle down, settle down. There have been many studies for a hydroelectric dam at Juale. We had asked the Brazilians to finance it. When the funding came, it was not enough to finance the cost of the dam. And so the Brazilians decided that we should apply that money to the Eastern Corridor Road. And that is the money that we started using to build the Eastern Corridor from Nakwanduri to Damanko. I wish to assure you that NDC, we have a program coming. It's called the Big Push. Under the Big Push, we are going to invest $10 billion in the Ghanaian economy over 5 years. And one of the projects that we are going to execute under the Big Push is the Juale hydroelectric dam. It can produce up to 80 megawatts of power, hydropower, for the electricity grid. And as we know, hydropower is among the cheapest power that we can get. And so we're going to invest in the Juale hydroelectric dam and produce hydropower to supplement the power that we have in Ghana. But let me explain. This new NDC government is coming to provide jobs for young people. And that is why we are offering you free technical vocational education training. And so all the young people who want to learn a skill whether it's to be a carpenter, an electrician, a mason. We're going to establish technical vocational training centers, and we will send all of you there, and we'll train you free of charge. You won't pay anything. And then for our sisters who go down to go and do menial work, like Kayaye, we have a national apprenticeship program. So you don't need to go and do Kayaye to earn money to come and learn a trade. We're going to register all of you, and we're going to give you to masters. And you're going to learn anything you want: dressmaking, hairdressing, catering, how to cook food. Whatever you want to learn, we will give you to a master. And while you are learning, we'll be giving you a small monthly allowance. And then when you finish, we will give you your sewing machine, or we'll give you your hair dryers, or we'll give you a cooking stove with your frying pan and your pans, so that you can also go and start working for yourself. And it will be free of charge. We will pay your masters to train you. And while you are training, we'll be giving you something every month to be able to look after yourself, so that our young girls don't have to go to the south to go and carry heavy loads just to make a little money. And so this is one of the programs we're looking at. We're also bringing free primary health care. And the free primary health care is a program for all those who don't have health insurance. When you go to hospital, if you don't have health insurance, they make you pay. With the free primary health care, you're going to be able to use your Ghana card, the card that shows that you are Ghanaian. If you go to hospital, you show it, and they'll treat you free of charge. You don't have to pay anything. And then for those who are teachers and nurses and police officers, no, police officers are not among, they're on Cap 30. All those who contribute to the SNIT pension scheme, we are coming with a new arrangement. If you work and you contribute to the pension scheme for 15 years, we will allow you to use your pension contribution as collateral. You send it to your bank, and your bank will give you a loan, and you come and build a 3-room house in your hometown, so that when you retire and you come home, you have somewhere to lay your head. And then also, if you are contributing to a pension and you lose your job or something happens to you, for the small period of time that you are out of work and you are not earning an income, you'll be able to get something from your pension to keep yourself until you are able to start working again and earning an income. So these are all the arrangements that we have done for people who are working and who are on pension. My brothers and sisters, as elections are coming, they will come and try to deceive you again. Bombona to Boyonte, Bundan 2016 ma. Bobana Boyonte 2020, Amado Kotum, Kabibi Nyate. (2016) Budang Majiri na Batakana, but no one district, one factory. Constituency come until $1 million per year. No, how do you say village? Village. Tempanza, but no one dam, one village, one dam. Lala dam kabinema. Anye nahu pia kabunyu lala koma. 2 months koma deny. Ezu Yalia Amal Benshar Anuni Ajide Hanfani Nangla de Bargia Dem Barge Kayam Bang de Hanfani To NDC Ka Tadagbo Taduni Katachale by Zungokazan Frila Mbor NDC She, NDC Bia. Ama now equal inshallah NDC and Nasara people money. Those are Uncle Toxapam, Yung Zebia, and Dagwan Liman Naya. One Tankan and two Toxer Dagwan Benya, Papa Dezan Naya. Those are Nazang and to Zobla and Wuya. Ye chant Ning Pibuma, NDC number 2. Those are nearly too sure, too direct. Too sure. Too sure, too direct, Netuma pump. Ezu, there's a bozang Banamatinga. Inye Jomama photo ka oyule men akata yama. Aha, tokpe ka yenzang anudoma and sebe. And dealing Peka and Zang and Nudoma and D IND Din Susunima did the cat the Lala Kego did the cat the Murpe the Balala Bunyana Avotma Sangme. There's a dimly Susunima Adim Nai Kazam Benchara and Paranu Benyaga. The palala ka inkma if it doesn't dry. Debo kui ka agbo banama the nan div another place. Benye adib buyi to avot sama. Donzo so come mbang to the year number 2 presidential. But parliamentary ba Downey and to Zo Downey, 1 year number 2. Those are Yenye O photo, Mano Yule, Man NDC, Akatawiyama, Kezang, Inudo, and Dipe. So, Anang Laraka, and Anaya, so, Kabule. Ka Bedzang resource mana ka inshallah ka NDCD kataza Entuzoma yen baglo nu ka so kam nang shaida kama ngonye ngon zante NDC party ma Wulensi constituency. So I'm going to lift his hand so that everybody knows that he's the one and only parliamentary candidate in the Wulensi constituency. There's a 7th December 2020 Wulensi constituency. So come and Labo Koga MP enter Zo Dauni Abubakari. Netuma pam now tete nasara now ninga barka ninga ni ami
Eyezu His Excellency Onkara Tupui Yabba Ulagbalana His Excellency John Dramani Margatu Ulagbalana Amanubali Yeshambo Yaria.
Hello my sisters, my brothers and my fellow Ghanaians. Make no mistake, this is not an ordinary election. This election is about Ghana's destiny. We either stay on the current path, enlarging the gap between the rich and the poor, between men and women, or we take bold and transformational steps to make Ghana an advanced, prosperous and fair country in the shortest possible time. Just ask yourselves, can you afford to let your loved ones stay 4 more years without access to free, quality primary health care? Can you afford to let your loved ones stay 4 more years without a 24-hour, 3-shift economy that will create sustainable and decent jobs that will provide them employment? Can you afford to stay for 4 more years without real access to equal opportunities? Can you afford to let our young men and women remain 4 more years without access to modern digital skills that will transform our economy, make some of them their own business owners, and improve their lives forever? The answer is definitely no. The answer is change starts now. Don't stand aside. Don't look the other way. On December 7th, it is about our destiny. On December 7th, it is about our loved ones. It is a month to election day. Be ready and vote for change.